Question 3, marketing. Part A asks you to identify who are your target markets and how did you identify them. What we are seeking to understand here is that you know who your customers are. Pie charts and graphs are a really important tool to use in answering this question, and it's an essential tip when you're starting to draft your response. In answering this question, consider the following. Where do your customers come from? Do you know what their geographic origin is? For example, are they coming from Sydney? Are they coming from regional New South Wales? Are they international? And if so, where are they coming from internationally? We also would like to understand the demographics of customers coming to your business. Do you understand age brackets? Is there a particular income bracket that you attract more? Do you understand the psychographic indicators like employment status, gender, travel party or special interests? So in a nutshell, tell us what you know about your customers. It's very important that you don't forget to answer the second part of this question on how you identify your target markets, and try and provide examples of research that you have used. It might be feedback that you have secured from your regional tourism organisations or your local tourist associations. It might be data that you have collected within your own business. It may be that you've been responding to market changes because there has been a growth in the Chinese market coming into Australia. So tell us, how do you know who your target markets are and how you identified them? Question 3, Part B, asks you to identify the marketing strategies you have used to attract each target market and the success or outcomes of each of those strategies. Now again, a table can be a really good way of visually presenting this information and making it simple for the judges to actually understand. It's very important that in answering this question, you do not introduce any new target markets that you didn't talk about in question 3A. You will see in the marketing strategies sample table there are 4 columns. The left-hand column is where you identify your target market. So just a reminder, these are the target markets that you identified in question 3A. Remember not to introduce any new target markets. The second column talks about what these target markets are looking for. You then have a column that asks you to identify the strategy. Now within your marketing strategies, I'd like you to go back to your P's of marketing. So I'd like you to be thinking about, what have you done from a product perspective? Have you designed any new products? Have you collaborated with other products to bundle up packages? Okay, tell us about those. What have you done from a pricing perspective? Have there been any changes? Have you instigated a new pricing model to attract agents or commissionable product? What have you done from a promotions perspective? So think here about, what have you done to attract people to your business by innovative promotional tools? This may include looking at examples of things like advertising. Okay. Another aspect could be public relations. Have you been involved in a public relations program where you've conducted familiarisations with journalists or with visitor information centre staff? An important aspect not to forget is your digital presence. So do you have a website? What have you done with that website to improve it in the last 12 months? And also, what have you done in more of a general digital space? Are you operating in social media forums? Are you on TripAdvisor? Do you have Facebook? Are you a tweeter? And what we really want to understand is the outcomes of each of those marketing strategies. Now remember that printing a brochure is not an outcome. Printing a brochure is a marketing activity. The outcome of that marketing activity is that you maybe received $10,000 worth of bookings as a result of that brochure being distributed. It may have been that your website visitation increased by 30% to 5,000 unique visitors per month. So remember, statistical information to substantiate how well your activities succeeded is essential. If some of your activities were not successful, please tell us about those also, because it's important that we understand the lessons that you've learned from those. Question 3C asks you to identify what your distinctive difference is and how you promote that to each of your target markets. Your judges are looking to understand what makes you different. Think about the last time you conducted a competitor analysis. Have you conducted a competitor analysis? If you haven't, I suggest you go out and have a think about what are your competitors doing. And it may be as simple as creating a competitor analysis matrix where you look at the top 4 or 5 offerings that you have and you compare those offerings to people that you perceive as your competitors. This may help you truly understand what makes you unique and what makes you different. This question is one of those trick questions that has a couple of aspects to it. So we would like you to tell us what makes you different, but we also would really like to understand how you promote that to each of your target markets. For example, if fishing enthusiasts is one of your target markets, maybe one of your distinctive differences is that you have the only river frontage available in your region, and that area is one which plays host to fishing competitions. So therefore, how do you promote that you have that great location where fishing competitions can be held to those fishing enthusiasts? Show us promotional tools where you talk about fishing. Give us examples, give us visuals, because what that will do is also break up the page for your judge when they're reading your submission, but it will clearly show us how you promote that distinctive difference to that target market. So make sure you answer all parts of the question. Question 3, Part D, asks you to demonstrate how you present an accurate and responsible depiction of your experience or product to consumers. This question is seeking to understand how you ensure that when customers arrive at your business, they get what they thought they were getting. So again, it's a very practical question. We would like you to use imagery here to show how you provide accurate information about your business. Consider informing us about the types of imagery that you use. Have your photos been taken professionally? We want to understand that they're not stock images, that they are actually images that have been taken on site at your business. Likewise, have you approved all of the wording and the copy that is used in your marketing collateral? And have you ensured that it is a responsible depiction of what your customers will receive when they get to your business? Another element to talk about in this response is how you manage word of mouth via social media tools, including Facebook and TripAdvisor. How do you handle complaints if a complaint, heaven help it, happens on TripAdvisor? How do you ensure that that information from third parties is accurate? Furthering to that point, consider how you manage journalists or visitor information centre staff or travel agents who maybe represent your product. Do you provide them with an information kit or an image gallery so that when they go back into their businesses, they have information that you have auspiced so that it is correct? Consider also within the booking cycle, consumers may complete a booking form, or maybe you prepare an itinerary for them. What level of detail is included on that in terms of accurate representation of your business? This may include such things as terms and conditions. Likewise, consider training of your staff. Have your team visited all aspects of your tourist attraction? Have they slept in your beds? Have they been on your tour? because I challenge you that if they haven't done any of those things, it's going to be very hard for them to provide an entirely accurate depiction of your business. To demonstrate success in this area, you could include quotes or testimonials from customers where their expectations have been met or exceeded. And that would be a valuable addition to answering this question.